guys, this is driving through section of New York. This is a section of Queens, Nassau County to be exact. I'm going through right now. This is what it looks like at 6:45 a.m. in the morning. Currently, gas price here is about $3.15 per gallon in this locality. That's an average price right now. Traffic is just building up. This is actually a section of Merrick Boulevard in Valley Stream. This goes all the way back to Hillside Avenue, the northern section of Queens, from this section. So this is what it looks like here. Oh, there goes a biker. Transportation here. Scooters, cars, motorbikes, bicycles. To forget your feet. temperature is changing here right now. Right now it's about 40 something degree, 45 degree. It's warmer than it was last week. This is March. Weather is still a little bit indifferent in the sense that you could expect anything. You could have snow. You could have a warm day. Yesterday was actually went up to about 65 degree average, I think. It's pretty warm, pretty comfortable. A lot of people are out. People are going to the park, having a good time, enjoying the sunlight. After winter, you really want to feel that sun on your body. You know, not too much, but you know, after going for 3-4 months in the cold, yeah, your body really crave for that warmth, that sunlight, that glow on your body. It doesn't matter what complexion you have, your body crave for that, you know. So it just invigorates you, you know. So we're always looking forward to getting some sunlight. Yeah, but it tends to feel very brutal in a sense, because as much as the temperature was like 65, you want to get that sunlight, but then that intense heat that pops up, you know, after a cold winter, you like it, but it can also be very excruciating, you know, unbearable. You could easily get sunburned as soon as the temperature goes up to 70 degrees if you're not careful. So there's a flip side, a good side to all of that, you know, but we learn to live with it. We enjoy its climatical condition. If you're a New Yorker, you know, you do look forward to the summer, the spring, the fall, the winter. Do you like it? You don't like it? Well, that's my own opinion, you know. Because if you're a city person, then it becomes very challenging for you when it snows, because you end up not having somewhere to park. You could have a lot of snow on the street. Parking becomes an issue, you know. So yeah, but you realize that it's a part of your lifestyle, you know. So it's challenging times, but yeah, it's what it's like here. There are several things that we could speak about in our drive through. Okay, guys. Alright. Here we go again. I'm not telling what's happening here, but that's fine. It's crazy, right? Yeah, it is. It is crazy. As things changes, like the thing about New York, if you're not familiar with it, you know, as you go through the different boroughs, you know, you'll see different culture, different lifestyle, different things, you know. And there are a lot of gentrification going on all over Queens, all over New York. Things are changing, you know, like 15, 20 years ago, you know, the demographic was different, and you know, things are just changing. There are a lot of integration that's going on. I'm not sure if it's for good or it's bad, because some things that kind of nerve you a little bit. It doesn't matter who you are, you know, you're seeing things, and it makes you wonder. But then you have to understand that if things remains the same that it was 20 years ago, then we wouldn't have smartphones, you know, because let's say 15, 20 years ago, you know, imagine you could hardly take photographs with your cell phone. You know, there are videos, and you couldn't do a good recording, you know. People are still buying cameras. People are not even buying cameras anymore. You know, very few people are buying cameras unless you're a professional photographer. You may go for a certain camera, but the average person, you know, I had a camera, you know, which I purchased to take photographs of my family and I. And you know, once cell phones and stuff, I was able to move away from that, and it's easier to manage your photos on your cell phone. You know, you can send it to have it printed and have it returned back to you without even stepping in a shop. You know, stuff like that. There are apps that you can use for that. So yeah, things have really changed. So in terms of thinking that things were better then, I don't know what better really is in that sense. I cannot attest to that. But yeah, there are some things, well, if I should say, 15, 20 years ago, probably, I could take $30 to the supermarket. And it would, if I think about what I could purchase with that then comparable to now, you know, yeah, I could use $30 to purchase food for my family of 4 of us. Kids were younger then anyway, they didn't eat much, but yeah, I could use it to purchase food for the entire week. Now you could get 2 chickens for that. This is $10 for a chicken, you know. So yeah, so if that was better, yeah, I mean, I was able to save more then than I can actually save now, because yeah, cost of living was less, you know. I'm not sure about work life and stuff like that. But there are challenges, but so you can see a difference between that's a 5 mile about approximate the stretch, yeah, and we're still on what's called Merrick Boulevard, coming out of a section of Valley Stream heading towards Jamaica. Yeah, Merrick Boulevard takes you right up to Hillside Avenue, and that's by the train, by the subway. Yeah, and you have buses, you have small cabs that ply on this route. I think, I know there are buses, I'm not sure about the cabs, but I think they do have small cars. And transportation is not a problem in New York City. Shouldn't be. Probably the cost, you know, because there can be so much traffic, because it gets really congested as you go, because now again it's like 7, so once it gets to like 7:30 and all of that, and yeah, it can really get really messy. But again, transportation is not a problem. There's always something, you know, Uber, Lyft. Okay, so I'm gonna turn left here, so I can conclude I've actually gone over time. I wanted to do 10 minutes of drive. You know, I tried to make it 10 minutes, but it's gonna be about 20 today. Hope you enjoy the ride. Tomorrow, or you know, I'll take you to another section. Yeah, and I do a 10 minutes drive with you guys. So this is actually like Linden Boulevard off of Merrick Boulevard, and this is a different section of the city. If you notice the houses, you know, the way they are, different setting. You know, Merrick Boulevard, from that section down, it's more like a commercial stretch in some section. Then you came into residential, back into commercial. You know, like on the first stretch, you were able to. There are a lot of cars that are being sold in garages and stuff like that, and businesses in that section. And then when you come across again, you saw like some houses, a mixture of houses and supermarket and houses and businesses. You know, as you come down a little bit again, you see more houses, and it keeps changing as you go. It switches from commercial to residential on the main. You know, now this is mostly residential on this stretch here. I think Linden Boulevard also does that, but you'll find more residential setting on Linden Boulevard. Linden Boulevard goes all the way in from Long Island, like in Elmont, all the way into Brooklyn. Linden Boulevard is one of the longest boulevard that goes from south to west. It goes from south to west, so it plies all the way through Queens, and from a section of Nassau County through Queens proper, all the way into Brooklyn. That's Linden Boulevard. That's the street we're on. So if you should hit Linden Boulevard anywhere, if you're driving through Queens and you know the direction you want to go, you can hit it, because Linden Boulevard will take you all the way from Brooklyn into Nassau County, and then you can switch from that. You know, if you're not sure, like also like Jamaica Avenue is another avenue which is very popular avenue, but it stretches all the way also, but it's not as long as Linden Boulevard, I would think. Yeah, you know, so I would say if you should be driving and you hit Linden Boulevard and you're in Brooklyn and you're heading south, you could keep on Linden Boulevard all the way, and you'll get into Queens, and you'll get into Nassau County, like out into Elmont. So if you're lost by any reason, you're not sure where you're going, and you happen to hit Linden Boulevard, just find your direction, whether you want to go west or you want to go, you know, east. Now I did say south earlier. I'm correct you, it's east to west. I don't know, I think I had a little bit too much coffee. so again, guys, you know, bear with me. So Linden Boulevard, ply east to west or west to east, because I'm referring to local, because if you want to go like on the expressway, you will definitely take the Belt Parkway. But remember, the belt is not for commercial vehicles, you know, and you have the conduit and all of that. But I'm just saying, if you should be midpoint somewhere and you happen to see Linden Boulevard, you can never go wrong when it comes to direction with that. You just hit that and you can fly from it almost, you know, different streets until you get there. So anyway, guys, listen, thanks for riding with me this morning. I overstayed. And see you on the next 10 minutes ride in New York City. Have a wonderful day.